We all have moments in our life that determine the course of our lives, the very way we approach virtually everything that we do. My first life-changing moment occurred early on the morning of my 15th birthday. A neighbor who had been stalking me for years entered into my home and sexually abused me. This was excruciatingly painful and excruciatingly shameful. I developed post-traumatic stress disorder right then and there, and had never felt the same again. He continued to stalk me for years and threatened me further harm if I ever told anyone about it. As I had already been a victim of his, I believed his threats and told no one, as I struggled with the terror and the endless anxiety everywhere that I went. I went through this torture for 5 years until I moved out of my parents' home. It was 8 years before I could summon the courage to talk to anybody about this. But then, still very young, I set myself on a path of further abuse that lasted well into my 40s. The post-traumatic stress disorder led me to anorexia and eventually to a severe addiction to alcohol and dangerous men. I sought out dangerous people to feel protected, not realizing that they would be my worst offenders. My eating disorder was also pretty severe because the less control I had in my life, the more I punished my own body. I was spinning in any and every direction except the right direction. My post-traumatic stress disorder, alcohol addiction, had me put into 10 rehabs and many psych wards. No one ever thought that I was going to live, and I very nearly didn't. I have seen all the promises that addictions offer: hospitals, institutions, jails, and death. On my last relapse, I had a spiritual death and a radical awakening. This is my second life-changing moment. It was truly a radical awakening. It occurred while I was in the last of my many relapses. I was totally exhausted and suicidal, really looking to get off this planet in the very worst way. When I was laying on the ground begging to be relieved of my torturous life, I heard a voice, and it told me to get up. And it told me that I had one last chance, and that chance was to serve. This was a pivotal moment in my life that totally inspired me. I now had a mission. I knew something was going to be different. I was shifting into a space of gratitude. Although I was in a heavily guarded rehab, they allowed me to take a Kundalini yoga class. During this class, I felt everything in my body shift into an alignment. So much so that after the class was finished, I had the answer to every question that I had ever had. Everything in my life up until that point suddenly made sense, and it brought me to this pivotal moment. I also knew that this was going to be my life's direction. That Kundalini yoga class aligned the energies in my body and catapulted me forward. Kundalini yoga helped me to realize underneath the labels and the masks was an innocent child that I once was, and now that I have recaptured that innocence. Kundalini yoga enabled me to see that I did in fact have it within me to start over and to rebuild my life, and that I had the strength to do it without a man. I was perfectly capable to stand up on my own 2 feet. This is still remarkable to me. It has now been 7 years since I left that rehab facility, determined to rebuild my life and dedicated to helping others rebuild theirs. I have studied with truly gifted instructors and now have a true yoga master in my life, with whom I continue to evolve myself and my teachings. Because of my yoga practice, I am no longer a hostage to my story. But it is, in fact, my past experience that has given me the encouragement and the compassion to not only face my own challenges, but to help others face their challenges. I teach and I guide. This is my life. Teaching and guiding others who suffer from addictions of many kinds, whether it be depression or anxiety or eating disorders, post-traumatic stress disorder, and even the ravages of growing older. I know that this is what I was born to do. I was born to serve. And that my own suffering is the very key to which truly helps me to understand and to deal with the pain and the suffering of others. If you get no other message from this video, I hope that you understand that it is never, ever too late to create your own life-changing moment and to take your life back, to command your life. If you feel that I might be able to provide some guidance to you on your own path to recovery and wellness, I invite you to contact me. I am happy to answer a question or two by email. Should you wish to talk to me or to work together by phone, Skype, or video, that too can be arranged. You can stop being a victim of others, as well as your own destructive habits and destructive behaviors. Today, I totally love my life. And my wish for you is that you take your own life back and begin loving your own life. Namaste.